Jordan. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So today is a little bit of a different video. I've been doing the 40 bags in 40 days for Lent challenge. Basically, you work on one area of your house, wherever you live, once a day and try to see how much crap and clutter you can get out of there and organizing, cleaning, and whatnot. So one of my areas for this day was just the makeup, as you see right here on the counter. That white bin to the left is actually just skincare, so we're not going to go through that. And then I also have some wine glasses that you can't see, and they just have some products that I want to get through, so I'm not going to go through those. And then also to the right is skincare. I may not go through my brushes because I just went through those recently, but I know that I like to keep some of my products that I just can't fit in my drawers on top of those drawers that I got from the Container Store. They're makeup storage containers and they're $19.99 each, so I just have 2 of them. And then I have brush holders from Tarte that look like seashells. So we're just gonna go through those drawers, and one of the reasons why I wanted to film this is because it is technically a makeup declutter. Now, there isn't too much makeup in there. I have makeup in other drawers and cabinets. I know that there's makeup in here that is so extremely expired it's not even funny, so I know for a fact that I'm going to be pulling a lot of product out of those drawers to throw out. So it may seem like a lot, but this is basically the general makeup that I use every day, but all my palettes are in a different area, and as well as some lip products and whatnot, but generally this is all it. I feel like I kind of went through it a little bit recently, and then I'll tackle other drawers in other videos. So let's get started. So I'm going to take this drawer and pull it forward. We're just gonna go through the drawers first and talk about what's on top. So this first drawer, I keep all of my brow products in there. So what we have here is a Viseart Structure Brow and Eyeshadow Palette. They have some cream colors in here as well as powder. Mainly the creams are definitely for the brows. I would not recommend using that on the eyes, but there's a lot of powder shadows in here that you can use in your brows and as well as your eyes. So I just keep that in there. It's a little bit time consuming as I'm not someone who is into like pomade type formulas for the brows. So if I want to do it, it's gonna be on the day that I have a lot of time. And I'm gonna keep that. My mom did give me that, and I'm sure it was expensive because it's Viseart. Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade number 3. I don't even know what this is in focus. I'm definitely gonna be keeping that. The Gimme Brow Fiber Gel number 5. Now sometimes I'll use this during the summertime if I am really tan, but to be honest, it is so dark on me otherwise, so I'm actually just gonna declutter that. Well, not throw it away, I'm just gonna give it to someone who it might match more. There's a lot of product in there still. The Benefit Cosmetics 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel. You can barely see the writing because I use it so often. So this is my favorite brow setter. I just ordered a mini size of the Anastasia one from Sephora just because they had a mini size and I was ordering something else. I thought I might as well try that one because I love this one and I want to see what the hype is about the other one. So I'm gonna keep that one. These are just little backup inserts for an eyelash curler that I have that I don't really use, but it's my backup eyelash curler. A pair of tweezers. It just says Trim on it, so I'm guessing the brand is called Trim. But I really like these tweezers. The Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Eyebrow Pencil, and this is in Universal Taupe, so it has a spoolie on one side and the angled brow product on the other. The only thing about this packaging that I don't like is that this comes off really easily. If I'm trying to get this one off, this one just flies off. This is like the mini size of the brow power, so it's not a full size. Almost positive it's not a full size. Maybe it is. This is hard to do it this way. This is what the tip looks like. It's more angled, so there's more of a slant, but it's not quite like the slant on the Benefit Goof Proof, of what I'm about to show. So I just tried this recently, and I've had it in my collection for about a few years. I still like the Benefit one way better, but I did try this out the other day, and I love the look of it, so I'm just gonna use this on my natural days. Just have a backup of that. Both of those are my mom's. Benefit Gimme Brow Fiber Gel in shade number 3, which is my shade for all of the Benefit brow products, so I'm definitely keeping that one. The Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is the mini size, and I just opened this one recently, obviously keeping that, but I had a mini size just a bit ago that I finished, and it lasted me a year and a half, I would say, so the minis actually do last a long time. The only thing is that they just don't come with a noticeably. That's the only thing. I'm gonna clean this drawer after, but let's go through the other ones. And also, these drawers are from junior year of college, so almost 3 years ago. They're a little old, but they're still holding up. This next drawer is my mascara, some liquid eyeshadows, eyeliners, singular eyeshadow drawer. So there's a lot going on in here. Anastasia or ABH eye primer. This is a very unique eye primer. It's not totally white, it's more of an off-white shade, but it's my favorite eye primer to date. I have had a little trouble with it. I feel like it has a slight learning curve because it is a lot brighter in color, but it's also very pigmented. But I just find that it works with every single eyeshadow. So I'm definitely keeping that, and I have a backup of it too. I'm just gonna go through these really quickly. This was a Christmas gift from my friend Nicole. I wasn't bringing my carmine allergy to light very much, so she got me this quad of the ColourPop times Bitty. These are Super Shock shadows, and a lot of them are like reddish toned. I know this isn't like the best way to see them, and they're really, really soft, but unfortunately I just can't use them except for maybe this one, which is more gold. And most of the ColourPop shadows are not vegan to my knowledge. This gold one is a may contain, as amongst these are too, but I just have to be really careful. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to give these away to a friend, even though it was really sweet that she got me these, but at the time I wasn't bringing to light in any conversation really about my carmine allergy because it was very new. It just started in 2019. This is a Bare Minerals single eyeshadow shade, Citrus Twist, and every single declutter I go through, I tell myself I'm gonna use it, and I haven't, just because we do sell the Bare Minerals single eyeshadows at my store at Ulta. We don't carry every single shade. I actually got this at a Bare Minerals counter at least 2 years ago. I'm not gonna declutter it because it was $15, so I'm gonna find a way to use it. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion and anti-aging. Obviously a different brand, but a backup. Oopsies. This is a backup eyeshadow primer in case whatever having trouble with my ABH one, which is not very likely that I'll go from the ABH one to this one, but if I maybe have stained eyelids from an eyeshadow or pigment or whatever, I'll go in with this if I'm not doing that much that day, but my eyelids are stained so pink that you might think I'm sick or something. So I'll usually go in with this, but other than that, I don't really use it. This is my beloved Sephora eyelash curler. The gold one has been discontinued for a couple years, and I'm wicked sad about it. Yes, I said wicked. I live in New England, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm really wicked sad about it. And it's getting very old, and that's why I have a backup eyelash curler that's in a cabinet right now, but I just can't let this one go. Of course I clean and everything. I just can't. This is the best eyelash color I've ever used. Thrive Cosmetics Lash Extending Mascara. Lucky enough to get this when it hit my store, and I bought my mom one as well. This is actually a really good mascara. However, I haven't worn it a couple weeks, I would say, because the last time I did, for some reason, it made me like want to rip out my eyelashes, and it's not old. I literally just got it in December, and all full-size mascaras should last about 6 months, so definitely not old. Sometimes it can flake on me, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on the day, and then I don't know until the end of the day, but this is a very, very nice mascara. Otherwise, I feel like it definitely extended my lashes very much in the beginning, but now that it's past the first month, it's not doing it as much as it did. It still works, it still extends them, but not as much. This is another open mascara that I have. This is the mini of the Benefit Cosmetics Roller Lash Mascara, and this is my holy grail mascara that I own. I've been using it for over 5 years, and I haven't really switched. I definitely have had other mascaras, and I have other ones as backups right now that are awesome, but this one I just keep going back to. It's amazing. It doesn't have a claim of being water resistant or waterproof, but this does not move in the water, let me just say. This is something that my mom gave me. This is the Tarte Sea Glass Liquid Eyeshadow from the Rainforest of the Sea collection, which you can only get at Sephora, but I have not used it, and I'm just gonna declutter that one. The Benefit Cosmetics Roller Liner Eyeliner Liquid Eyeliner. I'm still gonna keep this. This has a very interesting felt tip. It's just very long, and it comes to a super precise point at the end. The Benefit Cosmetics Roller Eye Bright Pencil. This is just a waterline pencil. You can also use it for your brow bone and your inner corner, but it is a nice pink color right there. I haven't used it in a while. I'm just not a fan of eyeliner anymore. I'm gonna try and use it at some point, but I may just throw it out because I'm obviously not gonna give that to someone else if I've used it. This I definitely should have given to someone else. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, waterproof in the shade Demolition. I have used this, so it's okay to swatch it, but it's a really nice medium shade of brown. Demolition is a very popular color in our store. I got this as a gratis item and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna keep an eyeliner in hand just in case. I use it once and I just can't use eyeliner at all in my waterline or lower lash line because it closes up my eyes and it makes me look really, really young in a very bad way. It's just not attractive at all. I just don't want to like throw it out, let it go to waste because I can't give it to someone. This is the Too Faced Mascara Melt Off Cleansing Oil Waterproof Mascara Dissolver. So they originally created this for the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. It takes years to take that one off and it hurts, so they created this one. But you can of course use this with other mascaras as well. I told myself I was going to use this after my mascara and eyeliner declutter that I posted in this past September, I think. And I still have not reached for it because I keep forgetting that it's in there because there's so many products in there. I'm gonna make sure I use this. And it smells bad, but it works. It smells like fish. The Ulta Beauty Copper and Blackout Double Eyeliner Pencil. Still have not used this. I probably wouldn't be able to use this if this part has carmine in it. I could probably use this one, but I'm gonna declutter this. This was in a gift set that I got, but I do not use eyeliner, so I'm just gonna declutter that. This is one of the many Stila liquid eyeshadows that I have. This is the Glitter and Glow, and this is in Wanderlust. I think this was my mom's, because if it was gratis, it would have had like a green dot on it. Some of them had the green dot like on the actual unicarton, not so much the actual product, but I'm almost positive this was my mom's. I'm gonna keep it for now. A black eyeliner pencil from Profusion, another gift from a while ago. Once again, I don't use eyeliner, so I'm just gonna gift that to someone else. And the third and last drawer in this little container is all of my foundations and some primers, tinted moisturizers, all that good stuff. So we're gonna push this one back. Some of these foundations, they are my shade, but I'm not currently using them, or they're too dry for me at the moment, as I can only wear them in the summertime, or I can only wear some in the winter time. First, we're gonna start off with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This is my absolute favorite foundation of all time that I've ever found for my face. It's oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, and photo-friendly. This is in the shade Marshmallow. It's so good, but for some reason, my skin was just a little bit too dry this winter time, more so than last winter to be using it. Put that aside until it gets warmer again. Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation up to 24-hour wear. This shade is the very first shade in the line. This is 10NN, so 10 neutral neutral. And I got this in my gratis. I was very shocked when I did. Also, it's supposed to kind of like lay this way when you see it on display, because it's supposed to be like swatches on an arm, kind of like swatches on the side. This is not last even up to 5 hours on my skin, maybe 4 at tops, but this lasts up to 3 to 4 hours on my skin for whatever reason. It's a little bit too matte for me, so I try to just use this on days that I am filming and not going to work, which is very rare. I just keep it as like a backup foundation, like a just in case foundation. So it does match my skin. It's a little light for my skin, but I have to find out what ingredient it is. All their foundations oxidize. This one oxidizes, but it kind of like adjusts to my skin tone in that sense. This is just a backup of the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation, the shade Almond. This is my very tan shade. I know I'm quite fair, but that's actually dark for my face. When I'm tan, it matches. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. So this is like a liquid foundation, but in a stick form, so it's extremely emollient. This is in the shade Opal 01, and it's actually my perfect match, and I can even wear this in the summertime. Not during the extremely hot days, but fairly hot actually, and it works, and it looks perfectly fine. This is just a little sample of the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer that I love. I forget where I got this sample. unless my mom had it. I don't know, but definitely keeping that. The LeBlanc de Chanel base. This is a sheer illuminating base, so basically a little primer. This is my mom's. I still have not used this yet. It looks like you definitely need to shake this. I need to try that out still. Becca First Light Priming Filter, one of my favorite primers next to the Too Faced Hangover RX. And this is purple or lavender to be specific. And it blends clear. It smells so good. Both of them smell really, really good. However, I hate the pump on this because one time I was pumping this, I kid you not, it shot straight through my window screen at the time because it was during the summer and onto the like inner part of my window, and I was just like, what the heck? Like it literally shot across my bathroom and into the window. So I just have to do like little pumps without actually pressing down on this. I mean, it's been like this for a little bit, but I would say it's around there-ish. I just need them to change the pump on this. Do something different with it because I don't want it squirting all over my bathroom. And especially I have had this squirt on my clothes and it does not come out. Something needs to be done about this pump. Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer, mineral oil-free, paraben-free, smooths and refines pores. This was also in that same gift set as that eyeliner. I'm not really a huge fan of silicone primers at all. They just really don't mix well with my skin. I'm gonna declutter that one. This is the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Tinted Moisturizer SPF 50+. This is in Fair. Now, I got this, I want to say a year ago, or no, because I got the Fair Light first because I was going on a cruise. And then I got the Fair, but I just know for a fact that this is extremely expired, like over 2 years. So this is going in the trash. Putting that to the very far right side. Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer for the face, but I've actually used this on the eyes and it does work. Actually, you know what, this works better than the Urban Decay primer. That's an eyeshadow primer and this is a face one. This one actually works the best. I have not used this for my skin, just on my eyelids, and it works great. This is a bag for a sample from Sephora. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and I'm shade number 5. I do have that up here, and I'm shade 3.75, so I think I'm shade number 5 during the summertime. I'll write it down, and I'll throw the bag out, but I just keep that so I know what shade I am. There's that one. It actually looks way better. It just looks super neat. We're gonna go into this one. This is going to have a lot of decluttering going on. I know this side didn't have too much. I have been through this set a little bit more recently, but I know that this concealer drawer has so many concealers in it that actually need to be thrown out. This is the Color Science Total Eye 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy SPF 35, broad spectrum, titanium dioxide, 7.9%, and zinc oxide, 6.7%, so it's all physical sunscreen. And this really just goes underneath the eyes. That's not old, so I'm gonna keep that. A Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Color Correcting Cream, and this is still on the newer side. I got this last winter. I haven't even used it that much, and I feel like it just rolled around, and maybe it's like sitting in one area, kind of like over there, and also in the cap. It looks like I use it a lot, but I haven't used it as of recently and within the past number of months because I noticed that sometimes it can make the areas that I put it in look very cakey. So we got 4 of these highly not needed concealers. This is actually one of my favorite products from IT Cosmetics, the It Bye Bye concealer, but this is eye lift in a tube version. So you have the concealer on one side and then you have the brightener or lightener on the other side. These are all extremely expired, like way over 2 years, probably like 3 years for some of them. I know one of them was newer, but I don't even use any of these. I'm going to declutter all of them. I'm gonna throw those out. It's a sad thing, but I watched someone's video recently and it wasn't like a regular YouTuber, it was a brand, I forgot what brand it was, or like some magazine that did something. And they said that once that product hits the expiration date after you open it, then bacteria starts growing in it and whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, I am gonna be so much more careful now with my products. Of course, a product like this I've had last me like 3 years, and it was my mom's at one point, and then I finished it up, it was completely fine. This is the Laura Mercier Floss Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade 1N. This is a little bit too dark for me right now. I typically wear wear this end of spring and beginning of summer, so I'm going to be keeping that one. The Estee Lauder Double Wear Instant Fix Concealer, 24-hour concealer, and Hydro Prep. So it has this Hydro Prep on one side, almost like an eye cream, so you can prep the under eye before you put on foundation, concealer, or if you're only wearing concealer, and you put this on after. It's a 2C light, medium, cool. So I'm in the 1 category or even the 0 sometimes, so this is gonna go in the declutter. The Cover FX Cream Concealer in shade and light. This is too dark for me. It was my mom, she just gave it to me to try. Currently, the concealer I am using right now, it's the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer in a shade 11.0 Light Nude. A little bit goes a long way on this one. I think everyone knows this with this concealer. Very, very different, unique formula, but I love it. I've been going back to it on and off for like the past 3 years, or maybe 3 to 4 years, and I can't stop. So this is my perfect shade match right here, light nude. This is the other concealer that I was religiously using when I wasn't using the It Cosmetics one, but I found out that I can really only use this during the warmer months, as I got this at the end of this past summer. So this is the Benefit Cosmetics Boing Cakeless Concealer. In my head, I want to say boing. It won't come out like that when I actually say it. That's what my mind says. And this is in a shade number 2. Number 1 is extremely light. It's like paper white on me. I can't even wear it. It's too light. But number 2 is perfect, and it does have a little bit of brightness. Each shade will have a little bit of brightness to it. Oh my god, that's focusing, I swear to god. So I just haven't used this as of recently. It's a little bit too dry for me right now, but other than that, it's a very good concealer. Waterproof Cream Color in Honey from ABH. My mom gave me this. This is extremely dark, so this is gonna go back to her. We only kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. Awesome. It's what I like to see. It was so crowded in that drawer. I'm like, oh my god, I need to go through this ASAP. The next drawer, Sephora Colorful Contour Single Shade in First Touch number 36. This is my contour shade. I know I have to scrape off the hard pan. This is the perfect contour shade. I'm not a warm undertone. This one works perfect, so I'm gonna keep that one. This is my beloved It Cosmetics Ombre Radiance Bronzer. Now it looks like I've barely used it, but I've used this for over 2 years. It says 24 months, but I'm gonna use this literally until I hit pan, because it literally looks like I barely made a dent besides my nail digging in there and besides me swirling it around too much. I'm actually gonna take this out. I'm not gonna declutter it because this is more so one of my mom's favorite palettes, but it's the Becca Times Jaclyn Hill Face Palette. So she originally hit pan on, I think that's Champagne Pop? Yeah, Champagne Pop, and I started using it, but right now it's way too dark for me, so I can't use it at the moment, but this is a perfect palette for the summer, and it is not available anymore. I'm just gonna put that to the side, and we're gonna put these 2 in there. I did recently go through this, so I'm not going to declutter anything in this drawer. I literally went through it the other day. I'm just gonna tell you what I keep in here. This is just a backup of the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter in Moonstone. I recently just finished a whole mini size of the Moonstone, which is in an empties, which I will do an empties video soon. But I was like, I can't go without the Moonstone shade. It's one of the best highlighters on me, besides one that I'm gonna mention in a second, but it's the best, so I need it. And I got this off of Sephora, because I don't think Ulta has minis of this, at least we don't in my store, but they might online, I'm not sure. And then this is the Givenchy highlighter that I got in Washington, DC over a year ago. This is the other highlighter that literally looks amazing on my skin. It's a very light pink, and it's not coming off as pink on camera as it is in person. It's okay, so that's a better way of seeing the color, but it's just so pretty, and it's actually very, very subtle, but you can build it up, but it doesn't go too intense. I've been using that a lot too. One of my favorite blushes, of course it's discontinued, as well as the entire brand basically, but this is the Fiona Styles blush, Soft Cheek Veil in Sweetwater. I got this right before going abroad, so about 3 years ago, and just recently hit pan on it some time ago. I expect to be using the rest of this. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Blush in Moment. Now this has shimmer to it, and my mom gave me this, and I have a feeling I'm not gonna be using this because I shimmer in it, and I don't like shimmery blushes. I like the look of them, but it does not look good on my face, so I'm gonna declutter that one. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Primer Infused Blush in Expose. This is one of my favorite blushes from them. How the Tarte blushes look in pan is not how they come out actually on your face, and also depends what kind of brush you use. whether it's angled or non-angled, but also depends on like the bristles themselves and the brand. But this is one of my favorite blushes to use if I have very colorful looks and I don't want to go too pink or too peach. It's perfect. This is another Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour primer infused blush. This was from their Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust collection, and this is in the shade Fairy Flush. This one is just a little bit pinker than Exposed, so I don't use this too much, but it's in there if I need it. This one is also another Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour primer infused blush in Harmony. Now this is way darker as you can see, but it does work if I wear a certain tone of eyeshadow. Bare Minerals Gen Nude Powder Blush in Common Blush. See, it has a green dot on it because I got it in gratis, so you might see green dots on some of my products. It's not very well used because I would say Bare Minerals is definitely way more pigmented, but I need to use this when I'm tan. Too Faced Papadon Peach Blush, which is one of my favorite blushes known to man. I've like scraped this off and there's still a hard pan on it, but I can still get a lot of pigment onto my brush. And this does have like a bit of a sheen to it, but it doesn't look like that actually on the skin, but it's the perfect peach color. Bare Minerals Invisible Glow Highlighter in the shade Fair to Light. Now they used to have this. I don't think they have this anymore because they also used to have invisible bronzers, which people have been looking for, but no one can find, so I'm pretty sure both of these collections are discontinued. This did drop at one point, so that's why it looks really odd. I have actually used quite a lot of this. It's one of my favorite highlighters. Very, very subtle, but I have worn this highlighter out to the bar before. It looked pretty intense, so you can definitely intensify it. And then the last blush in here is the ColourPop times Disney Designer Collection in Enchanted Mirror from the Belle Bundle. This is very, very pigmented, and how it actually looks on here, that's like the closest color I could get to it, but it's very, very pigmented and very, very light pink, so I use it very sparingly. So right here is just a duplicate of Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Face Primer. So we're gonna keep that one. This is the new Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand, and then it has a little sponge on the end. So this one I technically bought, and I got another one in gratis, but it was way too dark, so I'm gonna keep this one. This is in the shade Sunbeam. This is the Dermalogica Prisma Protect SPF 30 Broad Spectrum. This is chemical sunscreen, not physical. I really wish it was physical though, and so does everyone else. But this is a light activated skin defense, so it's a primer and a moisturizer in one, and it's definitely one of my favorite primers. This is another primer right here. This is the first JEBeauty Skin Smoothie Skin, oh my god, Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is a very, very hydrating and dewy primer, so great for those people who have very dry skin, but overall, just in the wintertime, it's an amazing primer, and it looks so good underneath foundations. This is technically a mini size of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in shade 3.75 right there. I don't use this as much. I kind of like it better in the summertime. It's nice in the wintertime too. I just like it better in the summertime because it's lighter. Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation in shade number R210. I just got this recently at Sephora, and I'm so glad I did. I hopped on the bandwagon for this foundation many years later. The Peach Perfect, and then these two are like my top 3 foundations for sure. Mega Babe Daily Deodorant with no aluminum, no parabens. The scent is Sunny Pits. They have one that's Rosy Pits, but I really can't stand the smell of rose, so that's what it looks like. It smells like lemon candy. It smells amazing, and it actually works. Don't sweat a lot in that one. Of course I sweat, but not as much as the Kapari. Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance Drops. This is a mini version. I did do a standalone video on this. I was in college, so I know that this is a little bit old, but I did use it recently and my makeup looked insane, but I know that this is expired, so I need to throw it out. But I would actually purchase a full size of that when I don't have a million primers in front of my face. Ola Hendrickson Truth Line, and it's the Banana Bright Face Primer. This is a very good primer, however, I can only use it with certain foundations because I noticed this is so hydrating and dewy that if I put a certain foundation on top of it, and it's not just one foundation, it's more than one foundation that doesn't work with it, kind of pills up because 2 of the formulas don't mix, and that can happen with formulas in general. I'm going to keep that one, but I know which ones I can use it with and ones I cannot. A Beach Dewy Set Setting Spray. I feel like I didn't like this at first, but now I do. It's really, really nice during winter time. I'm using it mainly because I'm out of my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. I love this one typically during the winter time, but this is my mom's and I'm almost out of it. I really like this one. This feels extremely cooling on the face. I would actually purchase that. That was my mom. She didn't like it, but she gave it to me. It's a Stila Hide and Shake Fluid Foundation. So this one you have to shake because it is a nutrient infused foundation. Along with the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, doesn't really stay long on my face, but it looks incredible, absolutely incredible when I first put it on. So I just kind of like leave this to my natural days or if I'm filming or whatever, but I'm gonna keep that. And I did get that in my gratis. This one is another gratis item, although I think the green dot has rubbed off, but this is the Stila One Step Correct Skin Tone Correcting and Brightening Serum Primer. And this is the one that pumps out 3 colors. Whoopsie. Primer only works for some of my foundations, but not all. This is the new primer that I just recently got in my gratis. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer, Longwear Foundation Grip, Prep Smooths and Perfects. I'm not going to talk about this too much because the video I'm uploading before this, I talk way more about it. This is a gripping primer, but it's not extremely sticky and tacky and actually works on my face and makes my makeup stay there until I take it off. Highly, highly recommend this, and I actually would purchase that. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Weightless Setting Spray. Now this does have alcohol in it and doesn't smell the greatest, but it's a really, really good setting spray. And I find that it's actually a dupe to the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray collection, which actually breaks me out. I use this instead. And this was a gratis item, if I've not mentioned that yet. So moving on to this other side. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Ultimate Lip Plumper. So I did get this recently, so you can definitely see a dent right here. I didn't get this for the purpose of it to make my lips bigger. This is the Everyday Gloss in Extreme as a treatment gloss. So you can use that one at night, or, well, you shouldn't use it every day, but you should use that one at least a few times a week. But this one, I got it for the purpose of my lips always being extremely dry, literally the Sahara Desert, and they're always peeling and cracking. So this is the only product besides my Laneige sleeping mask, but I've been using this even more lately, especially when I go to work, because it does plump up my lips and I do feel the tingle, which you will with every application. That goes away after 5 minutes. And if it doesn't, then don't use it. But this actually plumps up my lips, but also smooths out the lines of my lips. And the first time I tried this, I came home after a night shift and I asked my mom, I was like, how do my lips look? I don't know if I told her what the product was before or after I asked that question. She was like, your lips look very hydrated. And I was like, sweet. So I am buying this product. So I love that one. A little mascara tube that I got off of Amazon. It's actually like a castor oil kit. I have castor oil in here. Yeah, helps my lashes. This is a brand new product from It Cosmetics, the Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Tinted Moisturizer, but an oil-free matte. I actually do really like this version a little bit better than the original, even though original, I'd say more people compliment on my skin. The Fair is actually a little bit darker, so I do have to bring it down my neck, but this actually feels wonderful on my face and I highly recommend. I just got that in my gratis recently. This is the Sephora Colorful Glitter Single Shadow in the shade Ballet Shoes number 205. That is not gratis. I do not work at Sephora. I work at Ulta. That's just peel here thing for ingredients or something. And this is a very, very, very pretty shade. I bought it specifically for my inner and outer corner. I've definitely made some dents in there. Jaclyn Cosmetics Loose Highlighter in Extra. So this is the lightest shade that she had, and it's extremely gray on my skin, so I just keep it around for brow bone or inner corner highlights. This is a discontinued Too Faced product. It was my mom's and she gave it to me, but this is actually a loose glitter and I will not open it because it will absolutely go everywhere. Glamour Dust and glittery. So this is actually one of the best loose glitters I've ever used. We have another Bare Minerals eyeshadow, but in a smaller version, I think. Oh yeah, this is definitely a mini version. This is in a shade Cultured Pearl, and even though this is really, really pretty, this is actually extremely light on my eyes. It's too light for me, so I'll keep it for like my brow bone. This was a little gratis item that I got a long time ago when I first started working at Ulta over a year and a half ago. The Dermablend Glow Creator Multi-Use Liquid Highlighter. Now this is way too dark for me. This is the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. This is the loose powder that I use to set my under eyes with, as well as sometimes my face, or to tone down a blush, and I actually use the poof with it, and it is extremely nice loose powder. It's the one that's working for my face at the moment. I think I'll just use it for the rest of my life. This is basically the same thing, but in a very, very sparkly version. but it's extremely sparkly, so I'm saving that for the summertime. These were both my mom's and she gave both to me. This is the Cosmetics It Brushes for Ulta Brush Bath Purifying Brush Cleaner, Instant Quick Drying Skin Loving. I've been using this ever since it came out, literally when the bottle was not pink. I'm almost out, I need to get more. This just came in my Beautylist Jeffree Star Lucky bag from this year, 2020, and this is the Liquid Frost in the shade, oh that's tiny. This is extremely dark on me, so I don't want to declutter it and like give it to someone else. I'm gonna wait till I'm really tan. That is pretty much it for the declutter portion. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Yay! Subscribe if you want to see more videos on beauty, fashion, and health. Click that notification bell if you want to be notified when I do upload, which is between 1 to 2 times a week. That was a weird two times a week. And I hope you have a great day. This is so weird. I'm just trying to do my outro but not show my face. And I'll see you later. Bye!